We're live. All right. Robbie wasn't as late as I thought he'd be. I was like, oh, crap.
Once again, to
where's
Chill
Robbie?
Filter Drink Along, the show where Robbie's always late and Cole's punctual, and you guys are having way more fun without me. But I probably should be here on time, and I most likely never am going to be. I'm sorry. I was speaking of girl dadding it. Like we talked this week's episode, we talked about paying my dues, and I was brushing hair in the bathtub with conditioner in their hair. That's these girls got to get haircuts, man. Have you? As Beck's hair is not long enough yet, where like you've had to like really brush it, right?
No, we're getting to the point. Like her hair will be at her back now when it's wet. When we yesterday we did a bath and it's like at the top of her back already.
Cool. So. Looking at Cole. Hey everybody, thanks for subscribing to Patreon. We're glad you're here. We need that. But you know, we need a little bit more. So reach out to your friends. Cole, can you lift up that right elbow one more time?
Oh yeah.
Cole is literally wearing rags.
No, I love this hoodie.
So much into the podcast.
Yeah. No, I love this hoodie. It's I literally will wait until it gets about to this point, and then I'll just buy another one of the exact same variety. I was actually looking up this morning on eBay because it's a polo. But at Polo it's like $140, but I used to buy it at like 40.
You probably had that since I've known you, or is it like the second iteration?
No, it's just the iterations of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but probably, yeah.
No, I have a sweatshirt that is like, it kind of looks nicer than it used to look nicer, but now it's kind of in threads, and I'm like, man, it's hard. It's hard to let go. And Chelsea, I wore it out the other day. We took the girls to breakfast. She's like, maybe that's not a in public sweatshirt anymore.
Oh.
So what I missed? What's everybody buzzing on? Cole, catch me up here.
No, we got Brian Rapps, and it sounds like John Hughes are entry buzzing on a prior batch of Alberta Premium Cask Strength. And then we got Miles has got some Redemption 6-year, I believe. And if you haven't, it's not Polo, it's a Poly. That's great. I forgot you could do this, which we do every month, but I just wasn't ready for that. And then we got Bubble Bath Bourbon in the house.
Hey, good to have you, Bubble Bath. Enjoyed you on Matt Madness, man. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, seriously. And we don't know yet. I don't know. I mean, John was giving us a hint that we might be going this week. But I haven't heard anything from Matt yet, nor do I see a package pending on my incoming deliveries for the courier.
You have incoming deliveries. You are far more technologically advanced than I am.
Yeah. The courier just calls me every now and then. So
okay, gotcha.
What are you entry buzzing on, Robbie?
I just now poured a little bit of Early Times Bottle and Bond. I got a bottle of about a month ago. I never see it, and I went and picked it up, and guys,
the liter that's good stuff. Bottle.
Yes. But it's the glass
good
one.
Stuff.
They went to glass.
Yeah,
wasn't it plastic? Yeah. So this is my first.
Well, the bottled and bond, I don't believe. Like the Early Time Standard is plastic because it's not even a bourbon.
But didn't bottle and bond used to be plastic too, wasn't it?
Not the one that I had. No, mine was.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong then. Exit buzzing. It is a thing.
Exit buzzing. That's funny.
So anyway, you brought up a good point. There's a good chance we both show up on Friday. And what we're thinking is Friday will be in March. So technically
in March,
it could be our next drink along. So we're thinking doing like a pre-funk.
So maybe a back-to-back drink along week.
Yep. So Friday we might switch up our typical Sunday in between.
324. Oh wow, that's a John. Yeah. So if it's 324, we got time.
Okay. All right.
John, did you say this week? Am I crazy? I might be crazy.
I know I am.
Against Will from the podcast. So, and we might team up on him.
Can't wait to double team that dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watched Fridays, at least most of Fridays, and then I was like, I gotta go to bed. But I will be prepared by 3:24 where we throw down. So, yeah. Oh, it was this week. Oh, he said it was this week. He posted it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So the 24th. Ooh, that's good.
Gives us some time to strategize.
That falls right into like March Madness stuff. I'm gonna have like screen for the thing for Matt Madness. I'm gonna have to have March Madness here. I do like that's like first weekend of March Madness, so I will like legitimately always have 4 screens on because there's 4 games going pretty much at all
Even
times.
when he's special education kids.
Oh, buddy, we do. I have perfected my teaching craft.
You're serious too.
Yes, no, I have themed things that go with like seasonal, like it's like fun things. Like Valentine's Day,
Yeah.
I got my Valentine's Day packet. We hang out, we have fun. March Madness, that first Thursday and Friday though, I got all sorts. It goes geographical at that point, and it's fun.
I mean, Gonzaga's big. Does EWU or EUU?
When we recorded yesterday, EUU was
Yeah.
undefeated, but they lost last night against Idaho State.
They're probably going to make the bracket though, right?
No, I mean they got to like Big Sky. You got to win the conference tournament to make it. We're not going to get an outright. So
that sucks.
Anyway, we will our next drink along. We're planning in March. We'll be right before, like we'll do pre-funk. We'll hang out.
Yeah.
We'll get toasty. We'll have fun. We'll fire up the troops.
We'll be drinking the Alexander Murray Glen Grant 23 year. I owe my Glen Grant appreciation actually to Miles Ferguson.
Speaking of which, in Bellish Pod, John friggin' Hughes has been doing his sample bottle Sundays, and he's been hitting the scotches hard.
Dude,
and today,
what
did he do? It was a 20+ year something. I think what was it, John? I don't remember.
What was it, John?
But anyway, so that's that.
Yeah, whatever. So if this is your first time at a drink along, we don't do history. We just talk, we interact, and we drink. And we drink with you. So hopefully, Bubble Bath Bourbon, hopefully you have the 63.5 Alberta Premium Cask Strength. Don't get the glare, don't get the glare, don't get the glare. There it is.
Nope, you're getting my glare, you son of a gun.
But we got Joel Bradbury on the line.
What?
Oh man. Oh yeah, and Joel. I mean, hopefully Joel's is stuck in the Courier is stuck in Melbourne. I think. And we got Sean. What a baller.
Got off work in time.
Nice, and he didn't have to drink his entry buzz on the way home, so that's perfect.
He'd have to arrest himself.
Yeah. Exactly. The detective would be like,
Sean,
slap his cuffs.
You ever know anybody like? Is that? I mean, like in the canon of policing, has anyone ever arrested themselves? I'm sure, like, there's been some cop that's been high on something. Yeah. Either there you are.
Yeah.
Either you cut out or I cut out.
Oh, rough.
One of us froze. It could have been on my end.
Dude, Glenn Dronick 25. John, what do we have to do to trade for that?
It was a sample bottle.
I'm serious.
It was sample bottle Sunday.
Oh,
he got it from
dude. Let us know, John, because Glenn Dronick is probably up there with the greatest of sherry finished scotches, in my opinion.
All right,
at least Highland scotches.
Speaking of Highland scotches, Monday's episode, Tomatin Cuboken.
Yeah,
you heard it here first.
Good news, and that was provided to us by Miles Ferguson. So
it was great.
What do you say we pour?
Let's crack it.
We'll start getting into the nosing of. So if you haven't been here before, we like to, most people listen to our episodes. We like to still do it with neat pour water and a little bit of ice. Find out what we like best. You never know with a Canadian, that's for sure.
So full disclosure, this is not the first I've had this.
What? The 63.5, the same sample bottle?
Yep. You know why? Because every once in a while, Finley is very Mary from the Bible and is like, hey, I'm going to serve you right now. And no, she's not impregnated at, oh gosh, I don't even saying that.
I heard Mary as in like Mary, like Santa Claus, like ho, 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 I'm so Mary.
Gotcha.
And I was like, Mary, like the Bible?
In the face, yeah. No, is it Mary and Martha? Is that the
Yeah, Mary and Martha. Where Mary was doing all the work and Martha was like chilling and listening to Jesus. That way,
and she's like, Dad, you need Brotascanaskanosa. Hey, our Canadian turtle friend. Anyway, she gets like, Dad, I think I'm gonna pour you some whiskey. I'm like, no, I don't want whiskey. I'm gonna get you some whiskey. But the sample bottles are the height right there where she can grab them. And she grabbed it, and I go, okay, like parenting moment. You're just like, if I just let them do a little bit of something, then we get out of this and there's no fit or fight. So she poured like the most tiniest amount for me, and I drank it. So
This is a really interesting pour. We've done the 53.7 on the podcast, but and I remember that being very like spicy, like not like spicy hot, but like a lot of baking spices on this, John. So let's give it a little sniff. Ooh, pure bubblegum on my first part of the nose.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty earthy.
Smells like a can of paint.
Oh,
I
gosh.
can actually see that, Sean.
I don't want to get into another latex phase. That was my nickname.
I think it's bubblegum to me. Like not maybe like juicy fruit. Not maybe
I
not
get
like
some sweetness.
Like yeah.
But I'm like I am definitely medicinal, almost
Juicy
earthy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting a lot of sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. It's not bad. It's not. I'm like we had. There's a lot of bourbons I've had where I get like that latex paint kind of a thing, and I don't like it. This, I don't dislike it for sure.
No, I'm digging it. I mean, it's candy. I can tell it's a rye. At least I think I can. It's not as spicy. It's more fruity to me than anything. I'm serious about the juicy fruit note. It's been a while since I've had that gum, but I'm like getting strong notes of juicy fruit. Oh, Broaskateskanosis. He agrees. Not double bubble. You're right. It's not like your average bubble gum.
And John freaking Voldemort Hughes nailed it. Yeah, it's a 1991 Donruss baseball card pack opened today.
Dusty stale and only slightly sweet.
Yeah, it's a little. It's definitely. I will say I like the palate better than I like the nose. If I just to sniff it, it'd be like I don't know. Palate wise, I get a little bit of corn, a little bit of peanuts. Some of the sweetness, like I can see, like get a little bit behind the bubblegum sweetness, but it's not super pronounced yet. Decaying autumn leaves with a jar of
paint spilled
all over him.
All right, I'm going for the sip. You go ahead.
It is. It's not bad. This is not bad. I am enjoying it. I like it. But there was like little weird notes. Oh, Cole looks like his mind's blown. Like I'm like even like so. I took my sip probably like a minute ago, and I get like I still have like a mustiness, old, like it's. I don't know.
This is better than the last one we had. This is really, really fruity sweet at the finish, especially.
Really? We are not connecting, and brother, we got to get this figured out. We got to take down Will.
Maybe it's because your daughter poured like crayon into it afterwards or something like that.
Or slime. I friggin' hate slime. You'll get to this point. Maybe you won't because you got the one. Right.
Well, I got two coming.
You're going to have two, the second one. Second one might beat you down. Like with Amar, we're like, no slime. We've got to be right with you the whole time when you're playing with slime.
Yeah. But with the twins.
We've got slimes in the carpet. I'm like, gosh, we got to replace this whole friggin' house. And she might have put slime in here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sean. This is actually really, really good. All
right, I'm with John here. So
you're with
the John Ciara and Sean Ciara, not John Ciara. Old stiff bubble gum, mixed up some housemate, wiped it off, gave it a go. But not in a bad way. It's not bad. It's just got interesting notes where you're just like, it's kind of conflicting when you like speak them into the ether.
So
it's just conflicting.
He
our Canadian turtle friend.
It's not as good as we haven't had the first edition. Actually, remind me, what was the first edition's proof? Because we've only had 63.7 thus far, and that was an episode we did. But
right.
what does Brian
after sipping say? Second nose flavor or
nosing. I'm with you, Sean. I'm with you, Brian.
Second nosing, I'm getting more.
I remember the 63.7 was like super baking spices, like nutmeg and cinnamon, and like overpowered in a little way, like a lot going on in the spicy way.
Second sip, I get a little more
first
spiciness.
Edition was 65 or something.
It's interesting because it's not bad, but everything like you can describe about it does not sound good.
Yeah. No, I like it. I mean, it's still a little bit of that juicy fruit to me.
I get a second
It's
sip. I get a little bit
more than spicy.
Well, where's the juicy come in?
It comes in. It's
Are you
wet.
pouring straight from your Kentucky limestone?
No. I got a dropper.
You got your pipette? No, you got a dropper. Okay.
So, I would like to put it out there, everyone, that Robbie and I are both friggin' qualifiers to Matt Madness, so we know what we're talking about over here.
Yeah, totally you can trust us. Yeah. We only had to come to the entry bracket.
Yeah. Oh, you're right, Sean. We actually did. We did 2. Now that you mentioned it, Sean, we did 2 Alberta premiums in the same episode. Now that I remember.
I was going to say,
one might have been the 66.0.
We did it, but I don't trust.
And I think you sent it, Sean. That's why you would remember it too. But I remember them both being like overwhelmingly more spicy than fruity.
So
wait, Bubble Bath Bourbon, were you on too? Did I miss this? Wait, what was his name?
Bubble Bath Bourbon. He was on. Wait, but the day that you qualified. No. He was the first episode, the first show.
Oh, I totally did not connect that. That's so funny. Yeah, I'm so sorry. But you'll make it next year.
No, he was good. So Bubble Bath, you did a great job of moving that episode along. And I don't want to say.
Was that the one where it was like really hard to like break through some of the
Bubble, like personality wise, and Bubble Bath did a great job. I don't want to put it out there, but other people were not having as much fun as him.
That's what's up. That's what it's all about.
And then I texted Cole. I was like, Cole, this first one is
I remember that.
Well, you gotta pick it up, brother.
Yeah, pick up the talking. And I probably over talked as well. Robbie and I totally agreed on like how it was. We nervous talked like the whole time. We're like, oh yeah, it's totally this, and like just over talk, not over talk, but like I would like to think we were just nervous talking the whole time, but it was still good. Like it's going on, and I'm sure Bubble Bath Bourbon, that's the only episode I missed, or the only segment I missed of the qualifying rounds. So I'll have to rewatch it.
So for sure, water is opening this up. Apricots come through. It's
and that's why I set up Sean or Miles
Oh, I didn't see Miles though too.
Yeah, stone fruit, baby, and a little extra sweet. Like so stone fruit, produces
nuts in the middle.
A nut. Whether it's apricot nut or like an almond or something, but it does have a little bit of. Have you ever had amaretto where it's like kind of like this? It's got amaretto tones to it. You know what I'm saying? Not only the fruit, the flesh, but the nut as well. Quote me on that. Okay, Sean was saying that. Yeah, that's true. Jason, good point. We got to talk about something.
We do.
And you know what's going to be funny? When we do Matt Mattis, and if we're both on the same round, we are going to be like overwhelming Will. And sorry for Will, because like I love the podcast. They're actually, that and Embellish Pod are my favorite 2 podcasts in the whiskey world, at least. And
podcast
and poor like, Will is always, and I love Will, don't get me wrong, but Will is always trying to wrangle in the grease the whole time. And so I think he'll try to wrangle us, not like in a bad way, but I think it'll either be we'll just overwhelm him, or he'll try to wrangle us in the whole time. Cool. Which is great. Yeah.
Can you work in the phrase, Will, please don't wrangle my dangle?
No, I'm saving a really good D's nuts joke for that. So ooh, I just took my first sip of the palate with the water pour. And yeah, straight up apricots, straight up, the pure apricot kind of thing going on. So
Miles, is Patricia with you?
Wait, which one? Miles.
Yeah.
There's
only one Patricia in this world, because the Patricia I have doesn't want to be called Patricia. She wants to be called Sue. But Patricia Miles, Ferguson's
what about
wife.
Patty? Definitely.
That's what Patty I want to know. I called her Patty.
No, I've known her for years. She would be offended.
So if Patricia's here, Miles, ask her if she does not like being called Patty, because I called her that this week on this week's episode, and then after I said, I'm like, she probably doesn't like that. If you go by Patricia, you like Patricia.
Yeah. No, yeah. It reminds me of The Simpsons with like Aunt Patty. Isn't it Patty, one of the Simpsons
Patty and
aunts?
Selma.
It's Patty and Selma. That's right. So I was
Yeah.
right. Whenever I hear Patty, I think of that. Although one of my parents' best friends was Patty, Patty Lombardi, and she went by Patty. So who knows? But at least she probably doesn't go by Trisha, which is rare in the Patricia world. But anyway.
I think
I'm taking a nap,
Brian.
so we can say things that we can say D's nuts jokes more now that Patricia's not
we have
here.
no ladies in the room.
We might, and I respect all you ladies out there, but we still might say a D's nuts joke. Ladies. All right.
Okay, so I had to put this up. Cole clicked out.
So if anyone wants to hear the greatest story of Miles and Patricia, ask him sometime. He's got a great story about meeting and like courting in a way Patricia, and it's a great story. It's better than it's almost better than me
when I said Patty,
telling Heather, "Hey, look at my belly and look at my under my shirt." The first time I met her, within like 15 seconds of meeting her.
All right, so back to the whiskey. We're getting off here. Brian Rapp, I'm with you. I get except for I feel like it definitely is enhancing the sweetness.
And the
mustiness isn't mustiness. Yeah, I mean, mustiness and sweetness is much more sweeter, little less heater. The mustiness does not repeat her. I feel like I nailed something great deep there. It was
my
deep nuts.
In this spin J right here, let's get this glass cold. You know what I'm saying?
Dizzy.
Wait, 127.4. That means 163.7. So that pine. Yes. Great point. Boba Bath bourbon. That's what I got from that. Pine front forward. Color marker basically. That's the other. But this one is so different, which I'm really surprised about, to be honest.
Fire in the hole. So you're getting pine.
So I'm with you, actually, bro. No, not on this. The prior one we tried, the 63.7.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if I could. Prior one.
Yeah, not this one. Okay. No, but I'm with
this
you.
This one
bro.
had an earthiness to it, where I'm like,
hi, Robbie.
That's what I do. Put it on mute and let the ice flow.
I can't totally agree with Jason because what's it called? Driftless Glen has a really good piney note and like cinnamon piney. But it's funny how prevalent that can be on Canadian rye sometimes.
So I will say this, like pine can be earthy, but in a tangy way. So I definitely on this I get earthy. So maybe there's something there.
I'm just getting fruit. I'm just getting nice apricot and juicy fruit going on. Yeah. Bubble Bath Bourbon. Have you ever had Driftless Glen, a rye from them? I don't know where you live, but it's out of Wisconsin, and it is
California. He's in California.
Oh, did he say that?
Yep.
Or did he say that on the episode?
When I mentioned my early times, he said.
Oh, that's right. He did mention that. So
we're in California, Bubble Bath.
Where can we dox you? Yeah.
Well,
don't give me your exact address. Just give me a ish location.
My crotch is covered in ice.
So Miles is saying the ice made it bitter, and colder. I haven't sipped yet, but I have sniffed.
Nose,
kind of the same notes.
Nose is muted. Sipping it, I get a little. It gets a little bit more like, Sacramento. My sister's in Sacramento.
I've been there.
So I get down there every once in a while. You have to hit us up and let me know where to go to get good pours at a good price.
Yo, you ever been to Bubble Bath Bourbon? You ever been to Leatherby's?
The Jelly Belly Factory. The Jelly Belly Factory is just... Oh, sorry, Cole.
No, you're good. Leatherby's. He'll know what I'm talking about. And it was some of the best caramel on ice cream that I've ever had. In
The
fact,
Jelly Belly
I can say
Factory.
that clearly. If
You
I've
go
ever
through the whole
had good
place,
caramel on
and then
ice
you
cream,
come out of it.
it was at
You get to the
Leatherby's in
gift shop,
Sacramento.
and they have reject bags for
Um,
cheap.
Bubble Bath Bourbon. It's chillfilteredpodcast@gmail.com. So I don't know what he's hooking us up. Oh, Driftless Glen.
Oh,
Oh,
he's hooking me.
cool. Sacramento. Nice.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
No,
talking about.
well, let us know because we already have a 5-year. But if you don't have a 5-year, hit us up. Yeah, we'll take whatever you got. Wait, what's Bros get to? Okay, so he says, I think in the middle of the water pour, I get fruit, but also the forest, like an overcast. Ooh, but did in the morning. I love it. Love it.
That is like the best analogy, minus if you compare a whiskey to a Chuck E. Cheese restaurant.
I almost forgot. I was like, what's that greatest analogy you ever had? And it was definitely relating the whiskey to a Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, sorry, bro, Escatasquinosis. It's a great analogy. It just doesn't beat Chuck E. Cheese.
This is, I think ice is kind of where it's hitting the best. Maybe
I think
because
it's still great. I'm not getting too much bitterness. I would say, though, it is the most bitter of the three to me.
Did you read the banner?
Wait,
you see that? Almost more tart than bitter.
Let me try that.
So I would agree. I feel like it's getting more towards like a tartness, like a shock tart.
Yeah.
Remember shock tarts?
Like
the
a
blue
nice
shock tart?
citric acid kind of tart.
Yeah.
But not too much. Yeah. Serious poet.
Sean, I think you're wrong.
Wait, Chuck E. Cheese analogy. I don't know. The trench swapping goodness just makes sense. Am I right, everyone? Oh man. So yeah, I guess that kind of closes it out in terms of the three pours. I don't know what I think. I don't know which one I like more. I think I don't like the water pour the best, but it's still good.
Water
don't
pour
get me
is
wrong.
Not the best. I would agree.
I think it's either water or yeah, I think I said the ice pour is not the best, but I think it's between ice or water and neat for me.
I think
we try
neat.
This.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking. Like I like that idea, and the more I sip at it, and I
Sour's
think
a good point.
So I will say this is an interesting one because I feel like there's a lot of power suggestion behind this because there's a lot going on with it, which is awesome. Like I like a lot going on. I like that complexity to that. And every time someone says something like, I can see that, I can get behind it. Minus like the super fruity notes on the neat. That's where I was like, I'm not quite getting that. But I like this because there is some complexity.
Yeah, I think when you mentioned that, I think the fruitiest notes were on the water pour, on the palate at least. I think the best nose for me was on the neat pour.
I think nose neat was best. No, palate wise, I like the ice.
All right,
folks, start getting your
everyone.
Get your ratings, folks. Rate it up.
Rate it up. I have a rating formulated in my mind. Yeah. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it?
I think so.
Okay, 8.85. It's close to 9. I'm glad to have this one on my shelf. Best Alberta premium cask strength I've ever had. I really prefer those fruitier, juicy fruit, apricot, stone fruit notes that I'm getting from this, much more than the overly spicy prior batches that I've had. I think it's great. I think it's delicious in the fruitiness. I think the neat pour and the ice pour really brought it home. But I was really excited that all three pours were still great. But yeah, I don't think it broke 9 exactly because I think it's potentially over sweet in a weird way. If anyone agrees with me on that, I don't know.
Do you think it's overly sweet?
I think it's potentially oversweet. Like the fruity notes were too potent. I love sweet, don't get me wrong, but there's something about this that's 8.85 for me. So what do you think?
I think I'm having like Sean and Brotask and Askinosa are doing a great job here, putting up mathematical equations with
Robbie,
this
you're muted.
tasting.
What happened?
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
I can't hear you.
Can anyone hear
Oh
me?
no, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Did you mute me?
My earbuds went out. Let's try to fix this. Keep talking, Robbie. I'll try to listen.
Cole, no, I think this is the best banner or the best thing we've ever heard. No, Cole, you're wrong. Cole is wrong. He's dancing back and forth. No.
Come on.
What's in the box?
This
What's
would
in
suck.
the pods?
I can't
Can you hear me?
you.
No, you're wrong. All right. So I feel like this is a little tricky. Do what you gotta do, brother.
Keep talking, Robbie.
Well, it's got a beautiful terracotta tile finish on the.
He's talking about me. He's saying D's nuts jokes to me. Oh, I can't.
No, I was talking.
I try
Oh.
this.
No. So I feel like this is a complex bottle because it's one of those things where it's like I feel like a lot of people get the sweet, a lot of people get like the earthy. No, shut
Hopefully
up.
There's
Cole.
no echo. Sorry,
Stop
Robbie.
talking.
Keep going.
Shut up. Shut up. Can you hear me now?
Go on.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you through my speakers, but not through my earbuds.
I got no echo. I'll kick you out once I hear an echo.
Sounds good.
No, what I was saying, Cole, is this is an interesting bottle. It's very complex because I feel like we're kind of split. It's sweet or it's earthy / latexy. So it is complex. I like that. However, I don't know if I can I don't know if it's something I would pick up or necessarily want because I'm on the other side of it where it's like it's not what I want in a rye for sure. Like I want spicy, I want cinnamony
candy.
You guys, yeah, and I'm not getting that, so I'm just gonna go 7.8. I think I'm the lowest of everybody. So there you
go. What did you give it? 7.8.
7.8.
Not as good as my score.
So when you were like, "Cool, Robbie's talking about," I went straight to like terracotta coloring on the bottle.
And then Sean was like more brass than terracotta, which I can appreciate. Guys, it's closing in. We like to keep our what do you call them? Our chill filtered drink alongs to about 30 minutes. We appreciate you all. Thanks for joining us. I feel like this was just as good as last time, which we had great collaboration. What is the word I'm looking for? Great interaction.
Seriously, love you guys.
Yeah. So maybe you can maybe we'll give it another minute and we'll talk about the hopes. So is there anything you guys hope?
What are you hoping for? Where's your hopes at?
What you hoping for?
So what you hope?
Clean now. Hopefully not his bubble bath.
I gotta go clean too. My wife.
I gotta make jewelry all evening or all.
Oh man, how much macaroni did you buy this weekend?
What's that?
How much macaroni did you have to buy?
The elbow, standard elbow this time.
How much though?
At least $13 worth.
How strong was your entry buzz, Cole?
Why?
Could you? I asked you a question. You didn't.
Well, it was about macaroni, so. Oh yeah, tax refund season. So I hope
it is. Refund. We made enough last year. Did you figure that out, Cole?
Yeah, I talked to my dad, and he was like, "Yeah, you can start. You can work that in, and you can start expensing whiskey." Which is awesome. I've started collecting all my receipts on whiskey purchases, so I can be like,
you went to like a Michael. You went to IRS. A Michael Jackson level there, whiskey.
Yeah. So I hope. Yeah, it's not a tie. But yeah, I hope it is a tie on Matt Madness. That would be killer. What if we like worked it in such a way that we both got
just
a tie winning score? Hopefully, not a tie losing score.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
it could be a tie losing score.
Yeah, so anyway, You guys are great. We appreciate you. I hope
Seriously.
you enjoyed the whiskey we sent you. Keep an eye out for March 24th. We'll probably be doing our next drink along with the Glen Grant Alexander Murray independent bottling. And yeah, hit us up if you want to talk on Instagram. You know how it works. And appreciate you guys. And we will. Oh no, let's finish with some hopes. I hope you guys will hit us up. I hope that Cole adds more. Yeah, it's missing over here. I'll admit it. There's something that needs to be in this negative space over here. So I hope I can find something in this negative space.
Cole, I hope you continue this buzz that I see you have throughout your day without affecting your marital status and ability to take care of things before Monday.
And I hope that I can still do great with a nice little buzz going on through the day. And I hope you are great, Robbie.
But most of all, listeners, we hope our love of whiskey
lifted yours.
Spirits.
Thanks,
guys. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so